Forage Facts, brought to you by DeltAg.
You know, typically with most hunters, and we're no different, we'll go in and we'll work the plots on a weekend and leave. We're going to come back on a different weekend, do the work and leave. It's not because, it's not for any other reason other than that we have other jobs and we're sort of working our food plots on the weekends. And so people ask me about when should I come back with my mid-season maintenance, or when should I come back and apply my plant power, how big do the leaves have to be? None of that really matters. The truth is you're going to plant it one weekend. Typically the next weekend it may be up, it may not be up. 2 weeks after you plant it, it's going to be up, you know, unless you've got a severe situation. 3 weeks after you plant it, it's going to be not only up, but it's going to be big enough to spray the plant power. So what we do is we come back in, usually 3 weeks after planting, and we're going to spray plant power in an effort to try to get to establish the root system and really get those plants kicked in high gear and in a vegetative mode so that they're growing. In the case of oats, we want those oats to get up 5 or 6 inches, and we want them to tiller, which means put out new leaves basically, so that we can get more ground cover before the deer get in them. Because with oats, when they get up 5 or 6 inches tall, the deer are going to attack them. And if you haven't tillered out, you're not going to get good ground cover. Same thing would hold true for clover, you know, or really for your brassicas. We don't get much pressure on the brassicas till later in the year after we've, you know, developed the tubers or whatever. We like to come in at about 3 weeks after planting. We'll hit it with the plant power. We'll put a 32 ounces of plant power out per acre with anywhere from, I don't know, 3 to 8 gallons of total water volume per acre. We'll spray that if we're doing some weed control. Like on clover, we'll add post. Once we do that, and we'll be at anywhere from 3 to 4 true leaves, we're going to come back 2 weeks later. We make an effort, whenever that's done, to come back 2 weeks later, we'll hit it with a second dose. What we have found here in our north central Mississippi with a lot of deer pressure, we have found that if we can hit it with plant power twice early, in many cases we can sort of get ahead of the foraging pressure, because we have a lot of pressure.